Hey, you guys, I was in the courtroom today. You know, the verdicts are in, however, they're still pending the RICO. But before we get into all the courtroom drama, please do me a favor, hit that like button. Y'all, hit that like button. Now let's get into the mess. Okay, you guys, so I ran into the courtroom at the last minute after we heard that there was a verdict. It was raining. It was chaos outside. Everybody rushed back into the courtroom because most of us were out for most of the day. It was so hot, but we were hanging out in the courtyard or getting dim sum, just hanging out, waiting for the verdict. It's like hurry up and wait. But around 4:30, we heard that there was a verdict, right? So we rushed back into the courtroom. Now, once we get inside, I was able to see Diddy on the big screen. I'm in the overflow room, but we could see him really good. The cameras were hyper focused on Diddy. You could see his family. It was very dismal. The sentiment in the courtroom was heavy. It looked depressing. I've never seen Diddy slumped over like this before. Again, the cameras were a lot closer to him than they have been previously. His demeanor looked just defeated. The attorneys looked in awe, chaos, shock. I don't know. They just looked confused. I'm just going to keep it the way I saw it. I was not seeing the cocky, confident attorneys that I have been seeing. I missed some of the things that occurred. Now, some of the content creators that were inside before me let us know that they saw the girls that Nicole Westmoreland went and talked to one of the daughters, and I guess the message carried down through the family. One of the daughters looked a bit upset and sad. I could see the family behind Diddy, but I didn't see all of the happenings because, like I said, it was a mad dash to get inside the courtroom. But from what I'm being told, it looks like they were kind of consoling, like Diddy was rubbing his eyes. Maybe he had even cried or something. Now, what I was told is that what happens often or sometimes, because they have they have the verdicts, right? And that there's possible a bailiff or somebody knows what the outcome of the 4 charges, like how they have voted. You know, like there are people in and about the courtroom and you hear things. So maybe somebody was able to let them know, slid a message to prepare the family or even the attorneys to say, hey, this is how it's looking. It's not looking good. Now, the reason I say that is because now we go to media takeout. And you guys, I know some people don't think media takeout is credible, but let me tell you, media takeout definitely has somebody on their staff that has an insight with the Diddy family. And remember, Media Takeout was the first platform to announce or to even say that, hold on, you guys, one second. Media Takeout was the first platform to announce or to tell us that Diddy's team was not going to call any witnesses. And I reported that to you guys when I first read it, like 4 or 5 days before anybody was talking about it. However, when I reported it, I didn't believe that was true. I was like, that's crazy. That makes no sense. Y'all go back and look at the video. Look at the timestamp and you'll see when everybody jumped on that story. Media Takeout was first. So somebody is feeding them information. Media Takeout is also the first platform to announce that Diddy's family was planning a barbecue for the 4th of July because they were pretty confident that things were going to work in his favor, and or regardless as to what happens, that he would probably be able to be out if he's going to be sentenced and come home. Now, when I was there, I was there today, I was there yesterday too, but since I've been there, that has been the word. They've been talking about that they are planning a big celebration. They've already had like a Diddy party, like a free Diddy party, but that, yes, his family has been planning this big 4th of July celebration with the hopes that Diddy could be there, right? So a lot of the things that Media Takeout has reported has been true. Now, here's another thing that they're reporting. They're saying that Diddy has a separate legal team, which I believe this as well, because I know with his attorneys, their hands are full. They are hyper focused on this trial. They're looking for any technicalities where they can get a mistrial and if they need to do anything on appeal, right? So they're hyper focused on this. There's a separate team that is working on the pardon. Now, we know that they've been trying to get a pardon because they talked about this a couple months ago. But now he has a legal team that is working on the pardon, right? So what Media Takeout is saying, now you guys listen, and I believe this to be true because I was there in the courtroom and outside. Everybody, it was kind of somber. The reality and the realization that Diddy may get guilty, a lot of people are seeing the handwriting on the wall. We don't know what the verdicts are so far, right? We just know that there's a verdict on 4 counts, but that there's one pending, and that's the RICO. But everybody's surprised about that. We don't know what it is, and the fact that they're asking particular questions. The attorneys are weighing in, and the legal analysts, although they don't know, because the jury, you just never know what the jury are saying. It's not looking good. But let me tell you this. This is what Media Takeout is saying. So hold on one second. Okay. So let me just repeat the charges. Racketeering, conspiracy, that's the RICO. 2 counts of sex trafficking. 2 counts of transporting individuals for prostitution. Okay. So hold on, you guys. Kind of doing this on the fly. I don't have my regular setup. What they're saying, I need to get back. I need to find. Okay, right here, you guys. Sources close to the trial told outlets like Media Takeout that Diddy's legal team is bracing for a guilty verdict. I believe it. I was in that courtroom. I could see, you could just feel it. Some people were excited, and then there were those that were like very disappointed, saying, damn, it looks like, look at his family, look at their faces. Nicole Westmoreland was talking to, the family a little bit. Look at them. It's not looking good. They just didn't have the pep that they have previously. It was like almost like a look of defeat. And we might find something different tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we hear some different news, and that we hear that no, they find him not guilty on all those counts. But, like I said, sources close to the family and to the close to the trial, they're saying that Diddy's legal team is bracing for a guilty verdict. Okay. Now, and Media Takeout has been correct so far. What they're also saying is that Diddy is seeking a pardon, that he has a separate team that's focusing on trying to get Donald Trump to pardon him. And I totally believe that. Now, we know Donald Trump is aware of this. He's mentioned it. He said that he would consider a pardon if he felt that Diddy was getting a rough deal, if he didn't feel that it was fair. So it looks like, they have a plan B. If they come back tomorrow or Thursday. Now, here's another thing. Thursday is a federal holiday, Friday is the holiday, but I guess in New York, they get a federal holiday, or they observe it on the 3rd as well. Now in California, where I'm from, we never got the July 3rd off as a court holiday. But here, they get the 3rd and the 4th off. But they're saying that if they don't reach a verdict by tomorrow, that they're going to have the courts open, and the jury is going to come back, and they're going to have to continue to deliberate. So it's generally a court holiday, I guess, for federal courts the day before 4th of July. But in this instance, no. They want this verdict delivered, and, they're going to have them come back and go ahead and see if they can work it out. So I'm going to say, when we're talking about, people are debating whether or not they think Trump will give Diddy a pardon, because Diddy has previously said some negative things about him when he was running, for president. But here's the thing. People got to remember, Diddy and Trump used to be really good friends. And anytime you get into the political arena, somebody's running for an office or something, people are liable to say anything. You have lobbyists, you have different political agendas. You're going to just maybe trash talk the other side. And that's kind of what Diddy did. Now, some people are saying Trump is never going to forget that. But y'all got to remember, Trump has a bigger axe to grind with James Comey, who is Maureen Comey, the lead prosecutor on this case, his daughter. Just months ago, Trump said that he felt that James Comey made a veiled threat against his life. He said that he felt that James Comey wants to unalive him. Now remember, Trump is also the one that fired James Comey. I think it was back in 2017 or, some years back. They don't get along. So what better way to say "uck you" to James Comey and to one-up him than to pardon the person that his daughter just convicted? That's what I think. If for no other reason, that's reason enough, in my opinion, for Trump to go ahead and pardon Diddy. I'm not saying that's what he should do, but I could see, just thinking how Trump thinks and stuff, to get one over on James Comey. I see it. But anyway, y'all, it's just so much. Hopefully, I know it's crazy out there, but hopefully I'll be online. No, I'm not saying hopefully. I will be live. I prefer to do my uploads like I'm doing now, but y'all, this is going to be a rough, dry, dirty upload. No edits, no nothing. Just one picture and that's it. That's all. But anyway, you guys go ahead and like the video. Give me a thumbs up, please. I got boots on the ground. I'm working. I was in that rain. Let me tell you, listen, the hair, y'all know what I'm talking about. Got wet. I was wet. Listen, all beauty standards went out the window. I was trying to get the story. I talked to Neek at night. I got interviews from different people. So y'all, please give me a thumbs up and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.